1019
KACQ.
I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. This newscast is service of Hoffy's Pawn and Gun. LPD enjoyed another relatively quiet day yesterday. Officers worked a couple of fraud cases, one in the 100 block of Omnis in the lunchtime hour and the other in the 600 block of East Avenue F. Dispatchers sent them out on a reported theft at Walmart, and officers responded to a few suspicious person and vehicle calls, including the 2200 block of East 190, the 200 block of West 1st, the 1000 block of East Avenue D, and in the 2300 block of West FM 580 late last night. One non-injury wreck was cleared up in the 300 block of South Key. 18-year-old Joshua Damon Sanchez of Lampasas was arrested in the 300 block of South Walnut on 2 county warrants for failure to appear on a possession of controlled substance charge, a failure to appear on an injury to a child, elderly, or disabled with intentional bodily injury. He was also charged with possession of drug paraphernalia. A 25-year-old Killeen man was arrested in the 600 block of North Key on a Bell County warrant for DWI. No arrests were made by the county. Lomita went out on a fish and game call. Kipner responded to a reported theft, had an animal complaint, and checked out a suspicious person. County deputies responded to an alarm, worked a civil matter, and went out on a call of threats and rolled out to Cove on a couple of suspicious person calls. According to a press release put out by Lampasas County Sheriff's Department, the fugitive in Wednesday's manhunt involving Texas game wardens, Coppers Cove PD, and the Lampasas Sheriff's Department and other agencies has been identified as Lampasas resident Robert Wesley Morris. The presser states that if you know of his whereabouts, do not make contact with him, but instead contact the Lampasas Sheriff's Department or the Coppers Cove PD. Morris has several active warrants for his arrest, including a criminal mischief, unlawful possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, criminal trespass with a deadly weapon, attempted aggravated assault on a peace officer, and evading arrest with a vehicle. You can read the entire press release in today's radiogram. Stick around, more Lampasas local area news is coming up next.
Whoa. Hey now, what are you looking for?
I'm a little short on change. I'm craving some tacos, and payday is still 2 days away.
Well, you have all of this stuff sitting around here that you're not using right now, so why not take it up to Hoffy's Pawn and Gun and burn it and have some money to tide you over? And I also see you have stuff that you haven't used in a long time that you could just go sell, like this guitar that you were going to learn to play years ago.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I think I'll do just that. Tacos, here I come.
Hold up, I'll go with you. They take all kinds of stuff like guns, jewelry, musical instruments, laptops, tools, and a lot more. They also offer a large selection of quality new and used guns and pistols, as well as ammo. Hey, do you feel like venison?
No, I don't think so.
Hoffy's Pawn and Gun. Check them out online at hoffyspawnandgun.com or head to 201 South Water Street in Burnett for all of your pawn shop and gun needs.
And when you just want some extra money for tacos.
Governor Greg Abbott says the increase in COVID-19 cases will not lead to a new lockdown in Texas. He says shutting down businesses across the state won't significantly slow the spread of the virus and could hurt people in other ways.
One of the most common ways that COVID is spread today is not by someone going to work, but by people gathering together in home settings or in casual settings. And so shutdowns will not lead to the positive results that some people think.
Abbott says that many COVID-19 cases are being spread by smaller gatherings in private homes. He also says that local authorities still have the ability to reduce capacity in bars and restaurants if they think that it is necessary.
It'll start off cloudy for you tomorrow, then gradually become mostly sunny with temps peaking at 76. Clouds will roll back in later in the night and temps drop to 59. And you'll get a 20% chance of showers for your Sunday. Cloudy skies with a high 71 and a low 48. This is Allison Pope with your local Lampasas area weather. Have a good day.
The TEA has announced the next set of Texas home learning resources and materials for pre-K. Austin York has more.
THL 3.0 includes comprehensive access to digital curriculum aligned to Texas pre-kindergarten guidelines. It includes digital resources to engage children and materials to assist instructors. TEA previously announced it will offer all Texas school systems learning management system from Power School's Schoolology for 2 years at no cost. Nearly 400 Texas school systems have already signed up, with another 200 working with the team. Additionally, THL 3.0 instructional materials for other subjects and grade levels will be announced in the near future. Austin York, TSN News.
For your COVID-19 update, as of yesterday, there was over 147,000 estimated active cases of the virus in Texas. That number is up over 5,000 since yesterday, but over 896,000 Texans have recovered from the virus so far, and that number is up 7,000 since the previous day.
Around the region, Bell County is up to 7,820. Coryell County up 40 with 2,248. Burnett added 22, totaling 1,297. Mills up 1 at 116. San Saba added 14 with 291. And Hamilton is up 4 at 268 total cases. Remember that the number of spikes could be a result of increased testing and/or late reporting, and the number of total cases also includes those who have recovered. Here locally, as of this morning, Lampasas County is reporting 50 active cases, bringing the number of total cases to 521, including 12 fatalities. 2 remain hospitalized, and 435 county residents have recovered from the virus so far.
If you're looking for a job or maybe going to a garage sale this weekend, here's Trinity Hutzel with Inside the Fold.
Hi, my name is Trinity Hutzel, and I'm bringing you Inside the Fold. There are several garage sales going on this weekend, one at 807 East Highway 580. It'll be up all the time unless the close sign is up. 245 County Road 4312 in Lampasas will be on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. 1901 East Highway 190 will be open on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And 595 County Road 3081 will be on Saturday only from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you're looking for a job, there's a lot of different options all in our Help Wanted section. Lampasas Radio is still hiring. You can send your resume to debbiewitcher@gmail.com. Hoffpower Chevrolet still has immediate openings for a porter or quick service technician. LA Porter Construction is still seeking an experienced 980M loader operator for the rock quarry as well as a Class A truck driver. El Rodeo Mexican Restaurant and Country Kitchen are both now hiring. You can apply in person to both of those. Arenda Education is seeking caring persons to act as surrogate parents for their new location in Goldthwaite for at-risk children. Lancaster Plumbing is now hiring also. And if you or someone you know is an experienced caretaker or CNA, you can look inside of our Help Wanted section where someone is looking for someone to take care of an elderly patient. And don't forget that you can always come by the station where we have free-range eggs for $4 a dozen or vanilla for $17 a bottle. Thank you for watching. This has been Inside the Fold.
In sports, the Badgers hit the road tomorrow to take on Corpus Christi Miller in the area playoffs. The two teams meet up at the Dub Ferris Athletic Complex in San Antonio. If you can't make it to the game, you can tune into Lampasas Radio or go online to lampasasradio.com for the play-by-play action with Daryl Brooks and Kenny Murray. The pregame show is at 7:30 and kickoff at 8. Lady Badger varsity basketball remains undefeated with a 4-0 record in the season so far. The Laters will be on the road today against Austin's Crockett with tip-offs at 5:15, 6:15, and 7:15. And the JV varsity boys basketball teams head to Cameron today. JV tip-off at 6:15, varsity at 7:30.
The Lampasas Badgers are in the area playoffs. They'll be facing the Corpus Christi Miller Buccaneers this Saturday night at 8 o'clock in San Antonio at Dub Ferris Football Stadium. Lampasas Badgers come in with a 9-0 record. They're ranked number 2 in the state, but this is going to be a real challenge for them as Miller comes in with a high-powered offense, putting up 58 points a game versus Lampasas 50. Miller is led by quarterback Andrew Bodie, who is thrown for 3,480 yards, 40 touchdowns on the year against 9 interceptions. He's a dual threat quarterback. He's also got 916 yards rushing and 16 rushing touchdowns. So he's going to be a real challenge. Receiving for him is going to be Adradian Lloyd and Lonnie Adkism. Both of them, Adkism has 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, and Lloyd has 1,134 yards and 13 receiving touchdowns. Main running back's going to be Ethan Greenwood, 636 yards and 19 touchdowns themselves. So this is going to be a real challenge for this team as they put up over 2,683 yards rushing, over 3,400 yards passing. Lampasas is going to be led by Ace Whitehead. He's put up 1,716 yards and 27 touchdowns. But he's also got 849 yards rushing and 13 touchdowns on the ground. So this is going to be a challenge between two dual threat quarterbacks that can get it done in the air and can get it done on the ground. It's going to be a real challenge for this Lampasas Badgers to slow down this offense. But I think this is going to be one of those games where it's all about who can get the most stops on defense. When you look at Corpus Christi Miller, their defense is allowing 35 points a game, where Lampasas is only averaging 16 points a game defensively. So this is not necessarily going to be a game of who can outscore the other. It's going to be a game of which defense can come up with the most stops. Lampasas has done a good job this year of stopping other opposing offenses. Miller struggled a little bit. They put up a lot of points. They lost to Calhoun 77-76. They defeated Beeville Jones, who is in there. So they beat them 86-76. So you can see there's some teams out there that can put a lot of points up on this defense. There's been some other teams that have put up 30 plus points on them as well. So it's going to be interesting. In fact, I remember Cal Allen, if I remember the score correctly, Cal Allen defeated them 34-27. So that was one of the teams that was able to stop them. So it's going to be on this vaunted defense of Lampasas to come up with a way to slow them down. The secondary is going to be challenged, but it's going to be the front seven, getting pressure on the quarterback and keeping him contained. They're going to have to keep him in the pocket and get home. If they give him time to throw, those receivers are going to get open. They've shown it all year long that they can get open. So there's going to have to get some pressure on him up front, but keep him in the pocket, because if they get out of their lanes and responsibilities, he'll get out and take off, and he's got speed to get down the field. So it's going to be a challenge for this defense, and hopefully they're going to be up for the challenge. Again, it's the area round game. They're both of these teams looking to move on to the next round of the playoffs. They will be playing the winner of Bernie and Port Lavaca Calhoun. So it's going to be a big game for both of these teams. I expect it to be a high scoring affair. Again, defense is going to be key. Special teams are going to be key. Lampasas has 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns. They've got the same. They've had several players that have returned for kickoffs. They've also got a punt return. Lampasas has a couple of punt returns that have come close, but haven't quite gotten to the end zone. So I see both these teams being very even. The big difference, again, defensive side. So see who comes up with the most stops. I wouldn't be surprised if the winner of this is the first team to 60, but we'll see. With that, we'll send it back to you.
And thank you to our viewers. We will see you on Monday. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news.
1019 KACQ.